Man, does this team just excite you or what? Wow. With Tua at the helm, this team just, they don't care. They don't care who they play, how they win. The offensive power of this team is scary good. Welcome back to the Miami Dolphins recap and preview video. My name is Trevor, and we will be looking back at the Bears game this past week and looking ahead to the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. So, let's just get right into it. Tua, have a day, my man. 21 for 30, 302 passing yards, 3 TDs. How about Jeff Wilson Jr., the new running back, coming in his first game? 9 carries for 51 yards, 5.7 on the average. Raheem Mostert, 9 for 26, 2.9 average, 1 TD. Tua had 5 carries, but they averaged out to nothing on the day. Receiving, I mean, come on. Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 143 yards, averaging over 20 yards a catch, 1 TD. The Waddle, Jalen Waddle, how about 5 catches for 85 yards, 17 average, 1 TD. Trent Shelford had 3 catches. Cedric Wilson had 2 catches. Jeff Wilson had a catch as well for a touchdown. Very nice. And Mike Gesicki only had 1 catch for 3 yards on the whole day. But I gotta give a shout out to Justin Fields. Jesus Christ, Bears fans. You got yourselves a good one. I will admit that. This was a hell of a game between these two teams. These two offenses were just Fields with the running game, Tua with his wide receivers. This was an offensive powerhouse. I will get to the concerns in a bit, but, I mean, Justin Fields, 17 for 28, 123 yards, 3 TDs, 15 carries, 178 yards rushing, 1 TD, and 11.9 average on the ground. The most QB rushing yards in a game in NFL history. Really, bravo. My respects. Bears fans, you got yourself a good one. Don't fuck it up. All right? You got yourselves a good one for once, all right? Do the thing with them. So, Dolphins barely get the win. There was a pass interference call at the end that should have happened. I gotta be honest. We got away with one at the end of the game, but it pretty much even on both sides. Total yards, 379 for the Dolphins, 368 for the Bears. 302 passing yards for the Dolphins, 116 for Chicago. Rushing yards are Chicago, 252 to 77. Yards per play, 7.2 for the Dolphins, 5.3 for the Bears. 21 first downs for Miami, 23 for Chicago. 5 for 10 on first downs for the Dolphins, 10 for 16 for the Bears. Dolphins went 0 for 2 on fourth down. Hate going forward on fourth down. Unless you need to. Unless it's late in the game and you need a fourth down, you should never, fucking never go for it on fourth down. And I don't want to hear, oh, the analytics says, it says you should go for fourth down here. It's not move. No. Take your points. If you're in a situation to get points with a field goal, you take it every day of the week, every time. Fuck going for it on fourth down. Fuck that shit. I got so pissed off, man, really. You left points on the board. You could have won by possibly a touchdown if you didn't go for it on fourth down. Take your fucking points. Simple. I don't give a shit if it's analytically correct or it was the smart decision. You're leaving points on the board. You take them. It's football 101. Fuckbags. God, that pisses me off so much. I hate going for it on fourth down. Ugh. 70 plays for Chicago, 53 for Miami. 2 sacks allowed for the Bears. And time possession, 34-46 for Chicago, 25-14 for the Dolphins. So, again, a pretty even game. It could have gone either way, but Dolphins were just a slightly bit better. Slightly bit. So next up, This Sunday, 1 p.m. back in Miami after the 2-game road trip, the Cleveland Browns come to town with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback, as Deshaun Watson is still facing his 11-game suspension. Brissett last game after the win over the Bengals, 17 for 22 on the day, 278 passing, 1 TD. The deadly running attack, the two-headed of Chubb and Kareem Hunt, although starting to leave more like Nick Chubb more in past years, 101 yards on the ground for 23 carries, so they were predominantly using him. Kareem Hunt, 11 carries for 42 yards. And on the receiving end, Amari Cooper, who they traded for this past offseason, 5 catches for 131 and a touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, also get Kareem Hunt in the passing game as well. So, this is a game they should win. They should. If you're the team you think you are, you should win. Tua is 6-0 this year in games. When he's on the field, they win. So, if that means anything to you. The spread, 3.5 for the Dolphins in favor of Miami. The over-under is 48.5. And the Dolphins are decent favorites for the money line. If you could get some value, I guess. I'd go Dolphins 3.5 if I were a betting man. So take with that as you will. So I want to wrap this up with some Tua stats. Because, oh boy, I've seen some shit this past weekend. Even though he threw for over 300 yards, had a great game, there's still some people out there that don't quite believe. And that's fine. You can't sway people's opinions. I obviously have my own. But I just want to discuss a little bit about my quarterback, as I like to call him. So here's Tua through week 9 of the NFL season, okay? First in TD percentage, 6.9%. First in yards for attempts, 9.2. First in adjusted yards for attempt, 9.9. First in quarterback rating, 115.9. First in QBR, 79.9. First in net yards per attempt, 9.28. Third in completion percentage, 69.9%. Fifth in yards per game, 282.9. First and third down passer rating, 147, with 601 yards and 8 TDs. He underthrows his wide receivers. The wide receivers do all the work for him. It's still not good enough. 2 mistakes. I laid it all out there. First in most categories in this league. One of the most efficient quarterbacks in this league. I don't know. What do you want me to say? What needs to be said? He still underthrows his wide receivers. So what if he's underthrowing them? They're still catching the ball. They're still getting their job done. They're winning games. Oh, but if he could just throw a little deeper, that would be a touchdown. Okay. Still winning. Still getting the job done. What, because he's not throwing deep ball touchdowns? You're not happy, stupid internet person? Okay, we'll just win more games and Tua will continue to get more stats, but sure. Keep your narratives. I never understood the hate for Tua. I don't know why. But hey, the haters will continue to hate. We'll just keep winning football games. Tua will continue to ball out and throw to Tyreek and Waddle. Now, I should end this with a little bit of concern, and that is the Dolphins' defense, because they have been getting smoked these past couple weeks. But, hey, if you're just going to score points mostly every drive now, I mean, if you want to combat a bad defense, it's a good offense now. It's still a little bit concerned, believe me. But, hey, if the Dolphins are going to go score every drive, then hell, we'll just win. Tua will get more stats. Tyreek is the leading wide receiver in all of football after week 9 with the most reception yards. What more is there going to say? You're running out of steam, haters, because you're just repeating the same things over and over and over and over again. He underthrows his throws. Great. That's cute. He'll just put up another 300-yard performance week with multiple touchdowns. And he was perfect at one point in this game, too. But, hey, that's dumb. And this is me. Dolphins are rolling, baby. Let's make the playoffs. And oh, by the way, now that the Bills have lost 2 games, remember who their first loss was to this year? Oh, I'm sorry. Look at that. Boy, that game's going to be interesting in December. So, that's going to do it for this one. My name is Trevor, of course. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you for the next one. Fins up!